Hi, I'm Niall Horan, and today I'm going to teach you how to be Irish. We use a lot of slang in Ireland, and I'm going to show you through some of the words we use. Giving it socks. Giving it socks means giving it everything you've got. Give it socks. You know, if you were trying to G someone up to make them do something, you would say, give it socks. You bleeding. This is more of a Dublin slang word. You bleeding can be followed by anything. It could be you bleeding gobshite, you bleeding Egypt. Anything that's derogatory fits over here. Or it could be good. It could be like you bleeding legend. Gombeen. Gombeen is not something that I would use, but it's the kind of thing like my granny would. Another word for, you probably wouldn't understand either, gobshite. Basically idiot. You gombeen. Another derogatory term. Most of our terms are derogatory. Anything we can do to put someone down. Lashing. Whenever you see a word in Ireland that ends in ing, take the G off. We don't pronounce G's or TH's. So this would be just lashing. Lashing means lashing rain. Hissing it down. That's a national word, lashing, because it's always lashing. Leg it. Leg it means run as fast as you can. If you're getting chased by someone, you're absolutely legging it. That's a good way of saying that he was running very fast. Next one. Losing the rag. Losing the rag means like losing the plot, just losing it. The rag basically is having it, and then losing the rag is just losing it. Now, okay, first one. These things are not great. These are Oatfield Emerald chocolate caramels. Actually, I'm gonna taste them because I always thought they had dark chocolate. And as you can see, they've got milk chocolate. When I was growing up, Oatfield made very bad sweets. It's just that kind of, like the sweet that literally your grandmother will have and no one else. Oh. They're not bad. Okay, you're gonna need them. I didn't think you were gonna need them, but you will need them now. Next one, Ballymaloe relish. Ballymaloe is a place in County Cork, and they are famous for making this particular relish. It's kind of like a more gourmet version of a ketchup. These are things that I would only ever have when I'm in Ireland, and I kind of like that because it's just so Irish to me. There's a tea bag that I get on Amazon. Barry's tea. If you're going to Ireland, stop and get Barry's tea bags. Such a nice tea. Honestly, as you guys would call it, English breakfast tea. But we just call it tea. Next one. Tato. Tato is the national Irish, as we call them crisps, you call them chips. This is just an Irish staple. I'm gonna try some here. This is cheese and onion. We're just so good at crisps. Oh, tato sandwich. Another great Irish delicacy. 2 slices of bread, some butter, and half a packet of tato in between them, and it's absolutely magic. Last one, Jaffa cakes. Basically, this is a soft biscuit bottom with like an orange filling and a dark chocolate top, and they're incredible. They are so nice. I actually haven't had these in ages. Oh! I won't be eating them, but they're just another great Irish biscuit. We do the confectionery side of things very well in our lovely little country. The most important thing you need to know about Ireland, Guinness. Guinness is our national drink. It's a stout. The Guinness Storehouse in Dublin is one of the top tourist attractions on the planet. It's a real thing of beauty, this stuff. And I'm gonna show you how you pour it. First of all, the glass I'm not sure about. I'll have to have a chat off camera. You don't pour Guinness like you would pour any other beer. We're gonna do a slow pour onto about there on the glass. And as it fills to about 2/3 of the way, we're gonna start to straighten it out. And this can is flat as a pancake. Then you leave it to sit for a second. You will see all the good stuff rushing down. Leave it to settle and then get back to it. Look at this piece of art. They should put that in the National Gallery. It's just absolutely gorgeous. I just fall in love with it, and it makes me feel proud to be Irish. Some things you should avoid doing if you're a tourist in Ireland. Don't tell anybody about your Irish lineage, especially if you're not asked about it. Try not to speak in an Irish accent if it's not your national accent. Try not and get offended over banter. It's only banter. If you are planning a road trip to Ireland, I'm going to help you and tell you where you need to go. Here's Dublin. It is the capital city of Ireland. In Dublin, you will find beautiful coastline. Here we have Howth, Sandymount. And in the city centre, you will find a fine array of many good pints of Guinness in many different pubs. And we'll do a separate video for a list of all the great pubs I know in Dublin. The first port of call for me when I go back to Ireland is try Guinness again. The real good stuff is in Dublin and in Ireland. So when I land, the first thing I do is head for a pint, no matter what time of the day it is. If you do go from Dublin and head west, you will find a fine town in the middle of the motorway called Mullingar, the birthplace of myself. Here we have a small market town of about 30,000 people with 26 pubs in 1 mile. In Mullingar we have some great pubs with some great live music. If I was to go anywhere, I would go to the Cross Keys, I would go to Daly's, I would go to Clark's Bar on Patrick Street, which is the street I grew up on. Apart from that, you can see there's a big mural of me on the wall. Can't miss it. I look like this on it. And then I would go and see Galway. Shop Street in Galway is a great street, and Salt Hill and Galway Bay. Some fine restaurants and some fine bars, and just beautiful Irish hospitality. And I would make my way along this coastline here, which is otherwise known as the Wild Atlantic Way. This is a part of the world that every time I seen it, it was just mind-boggling to me how beautiful it is. And I would make my way out to Dingle. Dingle is possibly the best place in Ireland. The reason people go to Ireland is if you want the beautiful coastline from P.S. I Love You, they want to get the Irish traditional music, they want the great hospitality, and a lot of what makes Ireland incredible is happening all down these parts of the world. Down Tralee, into Killarney, go to Reedy's Pub on Main Street, Killarney, great fun, and then start making your way along the south here into Cork. They would be the main parts of Ireland that I would hit if I was to go. We're very lucky to have the coastline that we do. Watch out for the sheep. There's a lot of old country roads and mountainous driving where sheep are clinging onto the side of hills and tend to walk out in the middle of the road. So just watch out for the sheep. The GAA is the Gaelic Athletic Association. Gaelic football and hurling are the two main Irish sports. Gaelic football is basically soccer with the ball in your hand. Hurling is basically lacrosse on steroids. It's like what baseball is to Americans. You know, it's the standout one, gets the most viewers. It's a big part of Irish culture. The best place to go and see is probably here in Dublin. Croke Park is our national stadium. Playoff games and championship games are played at Croke Park in front of 90,000 people. Where else is good? Yeah, Cork, Kerry, Limerick, Tip, Clare. They're the main good places to go and see. And I'm Niall Horan from the Irish Tourist Board. Enjoy your road trip around Ireland and tell them all I said hello when you see them.